Welcome back to TFE, a weekly news podcast in which we give our thoughts, feelings, and emotions on the latest gaming, film, tech, streaming news, and other random crap we feel like. I am your host, Dan, and I'm joined with you as always by my co-host, Danny.
Hello. In this week's episode, we talk about Warner's solution to Ezra Miller revealed, water isn't drinkable, and why AI hate Mark Zukerberg.
Yes, but first, there's two things I would like to apologise for. Number one is the fan noise. It is very hot in the UK. I think it's about 32 degrees in my room, and I've got no air conditioning. So, forgive me, I do have a fan blowing on me, and you might be hearing some of that background noise. Or, if I've cut this out and done some Audacity trickery, then my audio quality might be lowered.
If you can hear my microphone, then I've done a terrible job at making my audio track sound good. But I figured my audio tracks out. You might hear better quality from me, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been 2 years, and we've only just figured out how to record mono audio.
Yes. From stereo type devices.
Yeah, it's quite impressive. And the second thing I'd like to apologise for is last week's episode. I got busy, there's no other excuse, and I've got to edit the episode. So it came out on Wednesday midday.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I will try to make it sure not happen again, but while we're on the topic of that, there will probably also not be an episode next week.
Yes, because we're doing in-person, real-life meetups with other people.
Yeah,
and
I know.
We don't want to take time out of our day when we're hanging out with real-life people to take time away from them and just record in a room on our own, and we don't want to get those people involved because they will not want to do it.
That is correct. But so, sit in, strap in, and get ready for, to be honest, it looks like quite a short episode, but...
Well, yeah. But that's good.
That is good. So let's go into Stream That Movie News into my head, and we're talking about trailers. Now, The Menu had a teaser trailer, come out a couple months ago, but the official trailer has dropped this week.
Yes, and apparently I was unaware of the teaser trailer, which Dan was apparently fully aware of and knew everything about, and I posted that, I guess, which came out in June.
Yeah, I was so confused when you put it on there. I was like, why are you putting a trailer for 2 months ago on it?
No, but I was posting the official, but I think when I was searching it up, I just didn't see the teaser bit and went, oh, okay, I'll just copied and paste that one. So, professionalism. But yeah, this is just a murder mystery set on a boat, so it's Knives Out, but, well, has been set on a boat.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, to be honest with you, because Knives Out is more, like say, murder mystery. This is more the restaurant staff wanting to kill everyone.
Yeah, it's like, what was that fucking movie where they're on there's so many different movies with this premise where they're just on an island and people are out to kill them. But yeah, it's a mad chef whose artwork is basically his meal and he wants to build a story, I guess. And it ends up with him killing a lot of people. I don't get it. But it's got a star-studded cast. It's like proper famous actors.
Yeah, I am interested to see this. I mean, as much as I do hate critics, I will have to see what the reviews are for this film first for me to watch it, if I'm honest. Just because the trailer hasn't hooked me, I don't think.
No, I was just kind of curious because I think it's just like, oh, that's a lot of famous people that I know and I kind of enjoy watching. Anya Taylor-Joy still has not sold me on her. I don't know what it is, but like, I want a role where she actually like sells me on something. But every time I see her in something, she's just like, and it sucks because she's a good actress, but like something about her just has not sold me on her. And maybe this will be the movie where she's fighting a pastry chef.
Have you seen The Queen's Gambit?
No.
Apparently she's pretty good in that.
I'm sure she is, but I don't want to watch a chess TV show.
Why not? Would you not want to watch a whole TV show about
also,
chess?
Dan, we've already had this discussion. I have barely watched any of Netflix's live-action TV shows. I broke that streak with Man vs. Bee. And I haven't watched anything since. I have been wanting to watch the Sandman for ages now, since it came out. And I still haven't watched it, because it's like 8 hours of content. And I'm like, I don't have the time to watch 8 hours straight up. So
yeah, the Sandman's actually had pretty decent reviews.
Yeah, I want to watch it. Like, I was interested. Like, it's the biggest thing on Netflix at the moment. And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to watch this. But I haven't seen any spoilers yet, so that's good. So normally when Netflix has like something come out, it gets spoiled immediately. So the good thing is that I haven't seen any spoilers. Fuck me, I got like hiccups.
I mean, there probably won't be a second season because it is DC. So, and you know what's happening with DC right now?
True. Yeah, but if Netflix wants to pay the bill, then hey, look, they're probably going to do it.
Maybe they have to. But talking about DC and things getting cancelled, the Batman 2 has not yet been green lit. And since Warner Brothers is now having this merger with Discovery, it may never happen.
Yes. Despite saying that it is happening sometime this year, like they announced it sometime this year, like that it was in active development, but it hasn't actually yet been greenlit. So, yeah, we might never see a sequel, and we might never see that Penguin movie or TV show, and that is probably the worst crime that we'll ever get.
Absolutely, but all the seriousness, I'm actually kind of glad there's less spin-offs.
True. But, like, imagine we could have got Penguin, crime boss, drama.
Yeah, but I've seen that. I've seen it. Gotham.
Exactly. Yeah. And every other crime boss TV show. But it would be the Penguin.
Honestly, I've had all I need out of the criminals and stuff through Gotham, to be honest with you.
But I would have liked to see them absolutely ruin the Joker by putting him in the second movie.
In that case, then they would definitely be trying to repeat the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah, that definitely now. If they don't have a chance to put the Joker in a movie, they'll definitely put the Joker in this movie. Because their plans for a trilogy will probably be up in smoke. So they'll be trying to, if they can get anything, that the only way they're going to be able to convince Warner Brothers is to go, we'll put the Joker in it. God damn it, you forced our hand. We were going to put the Joker in the third one, but now we're going to have to put him in the second one. We're going to have to team him up with fucking Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and Lady Gaga.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the Joker decision in Batman.
Yeah.
And talking about controversy.
Was that your best way of getting it? It was like, oh yeah, there's some controversy about the Joker. Let's talk about Ezra Miller.
Yeah, more or less. Ezra Miller, The Flash. Apparently Warner Brothers are still preparing for multiple different scenarios. They haven't decided what they're going to do yet.
Nope. They basically got like a couple. I think it was one, they're going to do press but no Ezra Miller. So the first involves releasing the film with limited press. Apparently, Warner's only stipulation in this case is that Miller seeks professional help after returning to their family home. Eventually, Miller would have to give an interview explaining their behavior. Miller would then do a limited amount of press following the film's release. That's option one.
Yeah, but he's on the second option, right?
Yeah, but this is their first option. This is just their solutions. This is just what's going to happen if Ezra Miller continues
to... Before you get onto the second one, I don't think the first one's possible.
Well, this is if Ezra Miller doesn't continue to keep fucking up and basically continuing... Because the movie comes out in June. So he's got a couple of months before he actually has to do anything. So maybe all of this will get swept under the rug by then.
Do you see the film comes out in June?
Yeah, it's June next year.
Oh, June next year.
Yeah. It was meant to come out this year, but like that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, I suppose not. And what's option two?
So, option two is that the film is released even if Miller doesn't seek help. They would not participate in marketing or press for the film. That's the usual move for a film star, but given the circumstances, it would make sense following the film's release. Miller would not play the Flash in any future products. Option three would be to scrap the movie and completely. Miller plays multiple characters and is almost in every scene, making it practically impossible to save even through the recasting and reshoots. This is apparently very much a worst-case scenario reserved for if Miller's situation continues to deteriorate. It would be a shocking blow for this if this scenario occurred, considering the film cost $200 million to make.
That is crazy how much money it cost to make.
Oh, they probably paid for Ezra Miller's like hijinks.
Yeah. But to be honest with you,
his
is it
cults
really
and everything.
going to be that much money to recast or reshoot those scenes? Just
What
CG
was the movie where they replaced fucking Kevin Spacey out of?
Yeah, that happened. I can't remember what that film that was.
That replaced Kevin Spacey. There it is. Ridley Scott has spoken for the first page. Replaced in All the Money in the World. They replaced Kevin Spacey with Christopher Plummer.
Yeah, so they've been done before. It's just I don't think Warner Brothers want to spend any more money.
The Zack Snyder shitty zombie movie that's terrible, but they replaced an actor in that because he got cancelled for being like grooming children, I think. So similar case with Ezra Miller.
Yeah, similar case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Warner Brothers are saying that, but they just don't want to spend the money.
Nah. But then they paid for fucking Justice League. So I'm sure the 75 million, like, they could just go to the people who replaced the Sonic the Hedgehog from the terrible trailer and just get them to replace it with Sonic the Hedgehog. That is your perfect solution. Just spray paint Sonic the Hedgehog green and just put him in the fucking Flash movie and we'll just pretend that it's not Sonic the Hedgehog. That is the perfect solution.
Honestly, just get Grant Gustin and forget about the Flash suit. Just have the normal Flash suit from the TV show. I don't think anyone would actually care.
Or you just have Grant Gustin in every scene just in casual clothes.
Yeah, more or less.
Like they just half-ass it and just have him like walk into shot in his just casual clothes with a green screen and just poorly CGI him into every shot. Like just do it on like a college student budget.
To be honest, here's something interesting. When the film is supposed to come out is when the Flash is ending.
What, the TV show?
Yeah, the Flash TV show ends when that film comes out.
Well, maybe they've already looked into the future and have decided to replace him with that guy from that franchise.
I mean, it's much better cast than Ezra Miller. I can't deny.
I don't know. I've never watched it, so... But it can't be worse.
Well, Grant Gustin has single-handedly carried that TV show for 9 seasons.
What about the big CGI gorilla?
Yeah, sure, because that doesn't look terrible at all.
Yeah. I've never watched any of the DC like TV shows because there was the CW and it was like, oh, budget.
Arrow season 1 and season 2. It's the only decent things and ever come out of CW.
What about the Flash, Dan?
Maybe Flash season 1. Flash season 1 was alright. But there's still a lot. There's a lot of contrivances in there.
Fair enough.
I forgot what the YouTuber did, but it basically took the mick out of it. I made a drinking game about how many times the Flash just let someone run away.
Wait, what?
Because the Flash is the fastest man alive, right?
Yeah, except for the other speedy yellow
so many
guy
times, the person just gets away.
What, by running?
Yeah, they literally just run out of the building and go. And they're gone missing.
Oh.
Or what happens is, right, the Flash will just run up to him, stop, and just say a one-liner. And then they stop the Flash from running and run away.
Oh.
Honestly, the video is fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. It's so funny. I found out the YouTuber for you. I think the video is called "The Dumbest Man Alive."
Oh, so Ezra Miller.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, but it's honestly.
Oh, sorry, they them alive, not.
Yes,
man.
of course.
Because I know someone will get upset, even though we called him a dumbass.
Oh no, sorry.
Mean they
the video
them.
is called "The Flash is Insufferably Inconsistent," and it's done by Madvocate.
Wonderful. Shout out to them.
Shout out to them. It's honestly, I've not laughed so hard for a while when I watched that.
Nice. Let's move on to other streaming and TV stuff.
Yes, so we talked ages ago about Disney Plus getting different levels, and apparently an ad-supported plan will be launching in December. Now, this is nothing new to Disney, as Hulu has the same subscription service.
Yeah, but you want to know the fun thing about this?
What is it?
So, Disney's ad-supported tier will cost $7.99 a month, right?
Okay, yeah.
Guess how much the current plan is?
$7.99 a month.
Yeah, so guess what's going to happen?
Everyone's getting ads.
they're not making no, yeah, but they're not making a lower tiered subscription. They're making the current tier for ad-free higher. So they're basically just replacing their current tier and then jacking up the price of the one that doesn't have ads. So you're going to have to pay more if you don't want ads, and you're not going to be paying any less if you don't want ads.
Well, if that is the case, Disney Plus will have to release some actual good content.
They've got a back catalogue of good content. They just need to keep making stuff. Prey was good.
Futurama's a thing. Well, damn it.
Yeah, you're going to be paying $10.99 a month, Dan. Oh, this is dollars, by the way. But
yeah,
it will still cost a lot in the UK as well.
Also,
but they've done this twice now. That like the streaming services are fucking notorious for this. Is where they just jack up their prices, and then people. Yeah, this is happening on December 8th as well. So.
Yes. Also, talking about Futurama has been in the news again.
Have they finally revealed that the voice cast is all high all the time?
No.
Oh.
No, what it is that there's been a leak talking about what are the episode names of the new season. And also, even though it's a 20 episode season, only 10 episodes are planned to release in February time.
Right.
So it's looking like it'll be 10 episodes at the start of the year and then 10 episodes at the end of the year.
Okay.
I can't remember what all the names are. Some interesting ones.
We had this discussion offline that I never even knew any of the names of the episodes. It's the same with like The Simpsons. Like I don't know how people remember the names of the episodes. Like I imagine it's from like box sets or something from the early days where like you were picking the episode when you were trying to skip because you had a DVD player or whatever it was.
So that's how I'm remembering it right now, right? Because I've been going through the seasons, right? But I've been going through the episodes I enjoyed, so I remember what the episodes are called.
So you're just skipping stuff.
Yeah, more or less. I'm skipping the bad episodes.
There are no bad episodes of Futurama.
There are very mediocre episodes.
What about the one with the monkey with the top hat? That is the best episode ever. Where they go to universe and the monkey has a fucking panic attack and just smashes a hat because he fucking hates being smart.
I just want to
love that monkey.
Go through some of the titles that have been revealed. I won't go through all of them. But some of the ones are leaked. If you don't want to listen, skip forward a couple.
Fry and Leela have graphic, violent sex. And Bender watches.
No. So the first episode is allegedly going to be called The Impossible Stream.
Oh my god, they're doing a Twitch stream.
Well,
the future is so bleak that Twitch streaming still happened.
No, it's because it's on a streaming service.
Yes, I know the joke.
Yeah, but it's also like there's a twist on the joke because they enter a time stream at the end of Meanwhile, and
yes,
also so it's impossible that they come back again on a streaming service. You got Zap gets cancelled.
Ah, that sounds fun.
Rage Against the Vaccine.
Nice. Okay.
And another one I just want to talk about is Parasites Regained. He's
gonna get the worms again.
Yeah, it's looking like something about that. Something about the worms again. Which was a very good episode, to be honest. Parasites Lost was a fantastic episode.
Yes.
So yeah, that is to look forward to.
That is Futurama.
That is Futurama.
Returning. Speaking of franchises that will return.
Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda 4 has been announced.
And we might get Kung Fu Panda 4.
Have you seen any of them?
I've seen the first one. I've seen the second one. I don't think I've ever watched the third one. And I've not watched any of the spin-off kids TV shows that they made.
I've only ever seen the first one.
The second one's good. Apparently they get better each like movie. And honestly, I've not been. I think they're great animation. And I think like they're fun, but I don't think they're like blow your mind. These are the best. Like good kids movies. Like I'd put them on for my kids if I ever have kids. But like, yeah, they're just pretty cool.
To be fair, the first one has some great memes in there. My favourite one is "My Time Has Come." That's such a great meme.
Where?
When the tortoise goes, "My time has come," and fades off into the distance.
Oh, yeah, the old
that's
tort.
memed the hell out of.
I never know memes by name. I don't know anything by name. I never learn anything by name.
Yes, I can tell.
I don't get how these people just remember the names. Like, I've never seen any of them attached with the name. It's like that know your meme thing. Like, it's like gives you an explanation of all the memes, and then just scrolling through like all the pictures of like the memes that I've seen, and then finding out what their names are. I'm just like, what? What the fuck did this happen? Why is it called this? Why? It's just like every time I never learn anything's name. I always like music. I just never learn the song title or the artist. I always just know the song. So whenever someone asks me like what song am I listening to, I just have to look it up on my phone and tell someone, because I never know it by the name, and then I just immediately forget it.
Honestly, Shazam is fantastic. I cannot lie. It's so good.
True, that is the best music. Although that never works all the time. Like, it gets confused.
Mine usually works,
especially when you do like a remix. Especially when you have like a remix of a song, and then it gives you the original song, but then you don't like the original version of the song, you like the remix more.
Yeah, but at least you can find the remix, though. It's easier to find the remix from the original.
Yeah, it's easier to find it, but like, there's a lot of remixes of a lot of songs, and then...
Yeah, that is true, that is true. I don't know
Pac-Man has good music.
What has?
Pac-Man has good music.
Sure it does. Talking about Pac-Man. Supposedly, there is a live-action Pac-Man movie in the works from Wayfarer.
Yeah.
Which is kind of been done before in Pixels.
Yeah. Never watched it.
You've never seen Pixels, really?
No, I don't like Adam Sandler that much. I'm like,
I really thought you would have seen that.
No, it looked terrible.
I'm not saying it was a good film, but I definitely want to see it.
No, why would I fucking go watch that? It looked terrible. I don't really care about Adam Sandler. Like, everyone's like, oh, he was my childhood. I like never watched him as a child, and all his movies look absolute garbage now. So I'm like, well, fuck, not gonna watch any of them. Except the one where he's like a drug lord or a jewelry salesman that's on Netflix or whatever it is. That looked interesting.
Yeah, I watched that one. Once again, it wasn't great. I think I just enjoyed who I watched it with, you know? It was kind of a fun time, but...
What do you think the plot's going to be for a live-action Pac-Man? Him and Mrs. Pac-Man get a tragic divorce, and he's got to go and hunt down the lone...
If I'm honest, I'm not too sure, right? But it can't be good.
How are they going to force him eating pebbles into, like...
There is no
plot?
story here.
Yeah, but we've already debated this, Dan. The best things that can come out of it are the games that don't have any plot, because you can then make the plot actually interesting, and you don't have to adhere to a pre-existing plot.
I suppose, yeah, that is true. That is true.
We had this discussion when we were talking about Arcane and, like, other stuff. Like, this is a blank slate, and they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. So, I reckon...
At the same time, though, how much can you actually have of a circle eating pallets and run away from ghosts? Like, there's so little to go from there.
But that's where you've got limitations, and limitations create brilliant ideas.
Do you know what I would rate?
How about Old Man Logan style, where it's him on the road, and he's being chased by the ghosts across the country, and he picks up a little ghost, like whatever things are in Pac-Man. Hang on, I'm going to look up the Pac-Man like characters.
I think it would be highly hilarious if it was just a 2-hour video of just someone playing Pac-Man. And then anyone goes to cinema would just be sat there watching and go, huh, this really is a Pac-Man film. There
is apparently a character called Paxter. is the main character of Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. He is a version of Pac-Man from the Ghostly Adventures universe. Okay, so there's already a cinematic universe for Pac-Man. So, we could have multiversal traversal where Paxter comes into the universe of Pac-Man. Pac-Man's got to go on a journey to bring Paxter back. And we do Old Man Logan multiversal travel shit. And evil ghosts are trying to hunt him down from all different universes. Boom. There's your movie. Make it. Pay me $1 million.
Yeah, get the writer's staff now.
Also, one of the ghosts is apparently called Kinky.
Is it the pink one?
Kinky, not Pinky.
Yeah, but is it the pink one?
I don't know. It's not showing any of the ghosts. Like, there's Pokey as well. There's also Sue, Funky, Shadow, Bashful, Orson.
That is very strange. But talking about ghosts, Ghosts of Tsushima.
Subtle.
Thank you. Yes, the Ghost of Tsushima director, because as we announced before, it is having a live action being made. I don't know if it's
movie.
a TV show or film, is it?
Movie.
It's a film. Cool. So Ghost of Tsushima director wants to make a Japanese language film with a Japanese cast.
Yeah, and apparently Sony's fully on board. So we will get it. And that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Because
I'm
what
all
was
for it.
the Parasite? Parasite was the big movie that won the Oscars and everything. Because that didn't have any English in it, I don't think.
Have you now played Ghost of Tsushima?
No, not at all. I will. Maybe I'll stream it.
Maybe you should, yeah.
Maybe I should. It looks cool. But yeah. It's also going to be directed by the guy who did John Wick, so... One of them. Not the one who did Bullet Train. The one who's continued to do the John Wick franchise.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so we know that we'll have badass action. And I imagine this will be pretty sick. Because, like, if it is all just Japanese, then hell yeah.
I suppose anime.
I
Similar
don't
thing?
listen to Japanese subtitles, Japanese
You have
versions
dubbed anime?
Yeah, I dub it. I'm not ashamed to say I dub.
That is... Honestly, I could say I dislike anime, and I feel like you cause more stir by saying listen to it dubbed.
Yes, I probably do. I watch all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dubbed, because it's got better voice acting, because it's dumber. I watch everything dubbed, because I have dyslexia, and I can't focus on reading the text and watching it, so I don't watch either. And my brain just tunes out, so I have to listen to it dubbed, or otherwise I can't actually watch anything. I have valid reasons.
And this is why I don't watch anime either way, because I don't want dubbed and I don't want subtitles. Sorry, hate me if you like.
I think the dub versus sub debate has gotten irrelevant because most dubs are actually good now. And I think it was the dubs were so shit in the past because no one actually cared about anime. But now they're actually getting voice actors and stuff to fully voice the roles. And they're actually properly dubbed. I mean, that's why people don't like dubs. Because
what accent do the characters have in dubbed?
In Yu-Gi-Oh! They got a Boston accent for Joey.
Huh.
Yeah, there's some choices. It's the best thing ever. But like that's like 2000s anime. Like most modern ones do sound like semi-Asian, but with English accents.
Yeah, that's the trouble I had with Squid Game, because the main character had an American accent in dub.
I think the worst one I've listened to is The Raid, which is like they're climbing up a tower, and they're trying. It's like an action movie, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is the best action movie ever." And I watched it on Netflix, and it was dubbed, and they just had straight American accents, and like the just most generic, straightforward American accent. And I was just like, oh, fuck, this is terrible. Like, the movie's action is sick. But, like, I ended up just muting the movie and putting subtitles on. Because I couldn't fucking stand the accent. And, like, I understand why. But, like, modern dubs are getting better. Because they're actually putting money behind them. And, like, actually paying voice actors Tower of God has like all of the characters sound exactly like they did in the comic that I watched or read, and like all of those characters have voices that I like actually work based on what I was thinking in my head, and like I can't fault any of them. And season 2 is coming soon, and I'm excited.
Extra news.
Yeah, it's not been announced when, but it is coming out this year, so it might be the best TV show that I watch all year. We'll have to see, because the comic has really good episodes.
Well, that is it for the movie news. So let's go into the Weird, Wacky, Wonderful, where there has been a bit of controversy surrounding the NHS, as the NHS Trust has given out tea bags to staff, and apparently the gesture has been taken out of context. So people on TikTok have been taking videos of this and showing NHS staff getting a single tea bag and saying thank you for your hard work.
The British government just teabagged the NHS.
Yeah, so people got really upset about this and thought it was really disrespectful.
But we're British. We love tea. So that's probably the most kind gesture. It's all these dumb Americans who are like, that's really rude. No, we love tea in Britain.
Well,
Even though I don't drink tea or coffee. I don't drink either. I don't like hot drinks.
Yeah, so apparently this got completely taken out of context, as this was like part of a package of gifts, and this was just like a little extra thing to say thank you. To say, and it was all about having a break, telling the staff to have a break. Here's an extra day holiday.
Well, give them a fucking Kit Kat then, not a fucking tea bag.
Well, no, but it's because people have, when NHS staff have the breaks, they have tea bags, have a cup of tea for the break.
Yeah.
So it's just a gesture, right?
Yeah, I know.
But people got pissed off about this because the cost of living, and people saying they're wasting money on tea bags.
How fucking expensive do you think tea bags are?
I'm pretty sure a tea bag is like less than a penny each.
This isn't fucking... What was the event where the Americans threw the tea bags into the water?
I don't remember.
Oh, fuck. This is American history, but not... No. American... fuck, I cannot spell. American throwing tea in water event.
Apparently, the NHS staff are also being given a wide range of support to offer and protect their mental health.
The Boston Tea Party was a political protest that occurred on December 16th, 1773 at Griffith's Wharf in Boston, Massachusetts. American colonists, frustrated and angry at Britain for imposing taxation without representation, dumped 342 chests of tea imported by the British East Indian Company into the harbour. This ain't that.
No,
but it could be, because it's also about taxes. So
yeah.
This could be the modern day Boston Tea Party.
Also, I believe midwives and international nurses have all been given like free parking now as well, and extra stuff.
Hell
so
yeah.
There's been like a whole big gift bag, and it was just like an extra part of it, but it got taken out of context.
Yeah, just like the internet always does.
Yes, and talking about the internet being the internet, Morbius has now had a game.
Oh, hell yeah. Is it morbing time yet?
Definitely in this game. So someone's made a Morbius Minesweeper, and the challenge is you have to get 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, damn. How?
Well, it's Minesweeper, right? So you just avoid the Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, it's like an actual Minesweeper thing. But
it's an actual Minesweeper, yeah. Someone just made a Minesweeper of it. And you got like blue blood and stuff.
Oh. But he wants to drink the real... No, he doesn't want to drink the real thing. So yeah, maybe it's... Yeah. I can... do you have to like click Morbius? Is it like Morbius themed backgrounds and Morbius pops up and does a little dance every time you get like one of the non-bombs?
Well, it has like a taking the piss out of having an Oscar and like sort of the background. So there's like this... It's like a Square game, as you know, Minesweeper normally is.
Oh, fuck. I never even considered... Morbius could win an Oscar at some stage if it gets nominated.
That'd be hilarious.
I imagine Jared Leto getting a second Oscar because of Morbius. Because the fucking thing is, if the Oscars does that fucking thing that they did last year or this year, where they had the fan voted for moment or whatever. Morbius will win. It will be that or the Minions movie. And that is the weirdest fucking thing in the world. Is that Morbius could win an Oscar.
I feel like the Minions film is better than Morbius.
Yeah, but just think of the memes that people do if Morbius wins an Oscar.
It would be no justice in this world if Morbius wins an Oscar. Like, didn't Army of the Dead win an Oscar?
Only because Zack Snyder couldn't get Justice League into it.
Yeah, but surely the Army of the Dead's still better film than Morbius.
No. They're both terrible films.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's hard to determine. I think I enjoyed Morbius more.
Maybe
Army of the Dead gave me Army of the Dead frustrated me so fucking much with how dumb the characters are. But then again, so did Morbius. But there's less annoying characters in Morbius, but then I hate Jared Leto. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Yes, and talking about games, let's go on to some gaming news. Ian, we were also controller of the news. And Netflix is getting less than 1% of its subscribers to play games.
Yeah, remember Netflix has games on its phones?
Honestly, I completely forgot.
I see it every time, and I'm just like, none of these games look interesting. Nothing about this interests me at all. Like, only it's like 2 million people playing out of like 280 million subscribers.
Yes, the exact figures is 221 million subscribers and 1.7 million are playing on a regular basis.
Yeah. I think we played, one game when it came out?
Yeah, that was it. I was like, okay, I'm done now, I'm bored. But to be fair, I'm the same with any mobile game. I can't get hooked on it. I know you get
You need to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, mate. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And then you need to switch to PC, because it's easier to stream on PC.
Yes, and talk about streaming. You can talk about your new streaming channel. Whoa.
We'll do that when we get to recommendations, because I'll recommend it.
Okay, cool.
Because why would we stop talking about... Why is your Google picking up? Or Alexa?
I don't know, but my Google was just talking. I think it had cool, and thought it said, okay, Google.
Yeah, that you just did it again.
Yeah.
I've had it where my car when I'm driving, my Google thing just kicks in whilst I'm using Google Maps, and it just kicks in, and it drops the fucking Maps thing and closes it.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to open like a search tab, and I'm like, no, I'm trying to drive and use Google Maps. Why are you opening? Okay. But I've opened Netflix, and I'm scrolling through the games. So we've got Shooting Hoops, which I think we played the first time, which was one of the originals. It's got Knittens. So
oh no, that sounds terrible.
It's a cat game where you're probably knitting. Oh, it's a Bejeweled Blitz style thing, but it's just cats and they knit, I guess. Card Blast, Shatter Remastered, Mahjong Solitaire, Hextech Mayhem, a League of Legends story. So maybe that one would be good. Relic Hunters Rebel, Townsman, A Kingdom Rebuilt. They all just look terrible. Bowling Ballers, the Stranger Things games, Exploding Kittens.
Oh, Exploding Kittens. Oh, that's cool. That one's cool.
Yeah, I'll give Exploding Kittens, but I don't know how you play that with friends, if you can play that with friends. Do you have to link your Netflix accounts?
All you do is you link your Netflix to Google, and I imagine it's through Google.
Oh yeah, because I always fucking forget that it doesn't fucking work like that. You still have to go through the Google Play Store or the App Store, and then you have to download it through that, and then it just launches on your thing. It's just a launcher. It's not even a fucking streamed thing. It's so stupid.
So, see, here's the thing, right? The Exploding Kittens actually has an official app.
What, on Google?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's probably just that, but they've just ported it over to that. And then rather than just launching it on your phone where it's easy, you just fucking have it... you have to open Netflix, which just seems so counterproductive.
Oh, okay. So to play with friends, you use a code.
Oh, cool. Wow, that's so fun. But yeah, they should just use streaming. And speaking of streaming...
Yes, Google is test launching cloud games directly from search results.
Yeah, so they're still using Stadia. Because this is basically...
Really?
Yeah, so this is basically that when you type in a game, you know where you have like the reviews, everything on the right-hand side? Where it's like that? It will have the option, if it's on Stadia, to launch from browser. So you don't have to go on Stadia to open it. You can just search it up and it will play. Which I think was one of the features that they were trying to implement on YouTube. Like if someone was streaming or had played the game, you would then be able to have like a text bar underneath that said, this is the game, and you can play it on Stadia. But then Stadia...
Okay.
But yeah, they haven't implemented that yet. But it was... I think that's what they're trying to do with this, which is just, it will launch if you go and select it on the... When you type it in, if it's playable on Stadia, you'd just be able to launch it on there if you're subscribed to Stadia.
Stadia is actually getting some use. That is a shock.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, I even don't play Stadia. Although, I might start my Stadia subscription up, because there is a device that I'm getting that we'll talk about later that actually might make me use it.
Maybe. We'll talk about that. Oh, to come. But why would you want to play console games when you can play mobile games? As Activision Blizzard has earned more on mobile games last quarter than PC and consoles combined.
It's all that Blizzard Diablo Immortal money, where that guy paid $100,000 to not play with anyone.
Yeah, that is mad. Like, imagine paying so much money on a game that you can't play the game anymore.
Well, you can play the game, but you can't play with anyone.
Yeah, you just sat there with your money. Like,
just sat. It's like hacking. It's just like getting put in a hacking lobby where you're just playing with other people who are rich, and you're all pretentious cunts because you're just paid to win the game. Like you haven't earned anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy that they've made more money. Although I think they still own Candy Crush, or one of them.
They do. They own King.
Yeah, they own King. So
that is why, because of King.
Yeah, what does King own?
Maybe they made a new game. Maybe it's not just Candy Crush anymore.
Candy Crush, Farm Heroes. They made Legend of Solgar, Ludo King, Snakes and Ladders King, Crash Bandicoot The Run, War King Strategy War Game, King of Avalon. Yeah, it's mostly Candy Crush. But I imagine Candy Crush with the old people is raking in the money.
It's crazy how there's like 4 different Candy Crushes.
Well, yeah, you gotta appeal to all 3, 4 people who want to play Candy Crush. How much did Activision buy King?
To be fair, they've not made a new game since 2018.
$5.9 billion they paid for King, and I reckon they've made that back in like 2 days.
Oh yeah, they definitely made that money back.
And now Activision is going to be bought by Microsoft.
And now Microsoft is going to make all that money.
Yeah. It's crazy. If that ever goes through. I really hope it doesn't, because that is really damaging to the gaming market.
Well, Microsoft's owning about 60% of the gaming market? Nah.
Owning the biggest shooting franchise unchallenged, like, for years. No competitor has ever been able to reach the numbers, the market, or the, like, recognition of Call of Duty. No, it's crazy. Oh, yeah, they'll definitely keep it. All of those platforms being able to have all that revenue still go to Microsoft despite it being on multiple platforms. Yeah, that's fair. The console, like, decider for most people is what your friends are playing on. Oh yeah, that's yeah. Make it all of the stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of acquisitions,
Yes, there is an alleged acquisition of 17.5 billion for Unity. The
yeah,
app,
mobile and game development,
mobile and
mostly
PC, game
Yeah.
development software.
yeah, game, yeah, kind of like Unreal, the
Yes, very similar.
lesser known you.
No, I would say Unity is very well known. Unity used to be more popular than
Yeah,
Unreal.
but lesser known now, because most people probably know Epic and through Unreal.
Yeah, I think it's changed recently as Unreal has become a lot more easier to use. It used to be a lot harder, and now I think Unreal is actually easier to use than Unity.
Well,
And
Unity's always been like indie, like darling, whereas Unreal's always been the AAA.
yeah, because
sort
it was easier. Unity was open source and it was easier to develop. But like I said, I think now Unreal is actually easier to develop and it produces better quality results.
and Unity used to be better for like mobile stuff, because I know there was the whole issue with like a lot of games and stuff were on.
Although like I said, I don't think it makes too much difference anymore. But yeah, so
no.
it's who's buying this? App 11, is that correct?
App love it. I've never heard of this person like company before.
No, me neither.
So how they have the money, don't know.
Well, they must make money from something.
Well, they've got it, but I've never heard.
So Unity
Yes.
has been used for Call of Duty Mobile and Pokemon Go.
Yeah. It's also used for the short-lived God of War knockoff, War God Zeus of Child. I'm going to look up App Lovin', because I want to know what they do.
So App 11 is like a background software for apps, funny enough.
It's in California, founded in 2012.
Yes, I think it's designed to make money from your apps, it's more of a business platform.
Fair. So they're probably just going to fill every single Unity game with ads. That's
I don't
fun.
think that's the case. I think they're going to charge for Unity. They'll probably make it more closed source.
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, or they might add it into their sort of own business plans. They might be looking
Maybe.
to make a gaming plan for your business.
Yeah. But that's just a lot of money. It's more than what Activision paid for King.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 times that. So, yeah.
And it's way less than what Microsoft paid for Activision.
It's going to pay. They still
Or
haven't
going to
bought
pay.
it yet. It's in deliberation. It's going to happen, but it's stupid and shouldn't.
And talking about Microsoft claims Sony pays developers blocking rights to keep games off Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah. It's just business. This is how businesses work. They're not stopping. They're just doing timed exclusives. Probably.
Yeah, well, I don't know
this
how
is
this works in terms of law, though.
Well, this has basically come out because of the acquisition appears in a 27-page rebuttal of Sony's recent objections to Microsoft Activision buyout, made to the Brazilian Administration Council for Economic Defense as part of its investigation. Basically, most of Sony's arguments has focused on Call of Duty, which it claimed had no rival, which was so popular that it influences users' choice of console, with the PlayStation making suggestions, among other things, that the inclusion of Call of Duty on Microsoft Game Pass service would hamper its ability to compete. Basically, if Call of Duty went free on Microsoft, everyone would just go to Microsoft.
Yes, and they're right.
Yeah. Microsoft's response is a wide-ranging, as Sony initial objection touching on everything from the fact that it previously managed to grow Game Pass without Activision Blizzard titles. Yes, because you have fucking trillions of dollars to throw at it. Suggesting, oh, god damn it, ad blockers don't hate companies. Fucking, let me just go and use ad blockers, because otherwise you got to billion fucking ads, and I know you want to pay for your shit, but fuck you, it's so annoying.
Does that mean you have blocking rights?
Potentially, but I'm not paying for it. Claims... Yeah, so basically it's just Microsoft has basically come out and said Sony basically pays developers to block the rights to prevent it from going on Game Pass. And it's like, well, yeah, because if it goes free, then people will switch to the one that's free.
Yeah, it's true. And Sony have got their own Game Pass competitor, haven't they? So
yeah, but they have far less money to dump on games. This is what everyone fucking fails to understand, is Microsoft has trillions of dollars. They can afford to take losses on games by then destroying the market and having in-game microtransactions. Sony can't.
Yeah,
like they can, but it will fucking like tank them in terms of value.
If Microsoft completely knocks Sony off their perch and get rid of them entirely, then look at that. Everything's on Game Pass, everyone buys Game Pass, and people are locked in forever, and that's a lot of money.
PlayStation's paid money to Activision to get exclusive rights to like maps and stuff, but that's just not making people have the game for free. It's such a completely different thing that people are like, oh yeah, Sony's got exclusives. Yeah, none of Sony's exclusives probably make anywhere near as much money as Call of Duty does for Sony. Like,
yeah,
people fail to understand how much money Sony probably makes just from having Call of Duty on its platform. People fail to understand just how big like Activision is for like game developer, like the console and PC market.
I think the only one bigger is GTA, right?
Probably, yeah. Like Rockstar, but even then, I imagine, and Minecraft, but Minecraft is already owned by Microsoft. Like, so
yeah,
Microsoft would probably make so much money off Minecraft that if they also wanted to, they'd now be making shit tons of money off Call of Duty. They don't like the biggest fucking games in the world. And if Microsoft wanted to, they could buy Rockstar and then have GTA. Like, this is how much money Microsoft has to throw around. Sony doesn't have that kind of money. It's so
Microsoft
annoying.
just acquire every single developer ever.
Like, this isn't me speaking as a Sony fanboy. I couldn't care less if Call of Duty went to Microsoft. I'm just thinking as like a fucking business person, how fucked it would be if Microsoft owned like the biggest franchise in the world, basically, and then had all the power to just make all the money whilst draining and making it worse for other developers if they wanted to. And like console, like they could make the experience on like PlayStation horrible, not pay any attention to the servers, not have any like maps or anything. They could make most of the maps exclusive to Xbox. There's nothing stopping them. Like, this is all just on faith that Microsoft's going to be a good company. Microsoft's done horrible shit in the past. Like, so Sony. But, like, every fucking big business has done horrible shit. And why are you fucking going, yeah, let's have this company have all the power of this one massive franchise? It's so irritating.
Have you enjoyed your little rant?
Yes. Now let's talk about nature.
Let's rant about nature. In our new section, damn, nature, you're scary.
Yeah. It replaced climate calamities, because I think damn nature, you scary is better.
Thank you. And our first topic is rainwater everywhere on Earth is now unsafe to drink due to forever chemicals.
Yeah. So don't go out drinking in the rain.
Yeah, don't drink the rain. It needs to be treated first.
Yeah, which sucks. Every bit of water is tainted.
Does that mean that all the trees are going to die?
No, it's just more that it's like there are chemicals that could probably kill you if you drink enough of it.
Yes, apparently the chemicals are related to fertility problems, increased risk of cancer, and developmental delays in children.
Yes. This is from the University of Stockholm that found this.
So this was
including
one study.
Antarctica as well.
Yeah, this is one study. However, there have been other studies that suggest that there is no cause an effect that can be proven between the chemicals, or these chemicals, and poor health. Which is the same
But
as
it's-
every single science study. There always seems to be this controversy going on.
Yeah. So, safe guideline levels for these forever chemicals have dropped dramatically over the last 2 decades due to new insights into their toxicity. There have been an astonishing decline in guideline values for PFAS in drinking water in the last 20 years. Yeah. So yeah, it's basically, we could be at risk if we start drinking the water in the world, but maybe not. Like
Yeah, I
most.
think once it gets treated, you're fine.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And
But
if I'm
still,
honest,
it's just funny that the water in the world is toxic.
yeah, and well, it's like the rest of the world, isn't it? Isn't the whole world toxic now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But maybe it is. Maybe Alex Jones was right. Maybe the water is fucking up the world and making the frogs gay because they're all toxic. Oh, he's fucked, by the way. He's losing his fucking court cases massively. That guy.
I thought that's a good thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
but it's also the funniest thing about that is his legal team apparently sent all of his like private text messages to the defendant, like the other team, by accident. And then the other team sat on it because they were like, "Oh, this is a mistake. We'll let them know, and if they want to get rid of anything, they can get rid of it because that's like, oh, this is not stuff we wanted to share." But they didn't do anything, so they just came to court with all of this documentation that they'd sent, and it was all just basically incriminating stuff. And it was just like, we gave you a chance to get rid of this, and they didn't do anything with it. Also, yeah.
yeah, but
And
we could definitely do with some rain right now,
Yes.
as it has been a record drought right now, and it's so bad that there's been 500 more wildfires this year than the whole of last year.
Yeah, we spoke about wildfires in like a couple weeks ago when it was the hottest it's been in forever in existence of the UK, I guess, since recorded time. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, this year there's been 19 different wildfires around my area.
I've not seen any wildfires, but I don't know. There's apparently been 745 wildfires in the UK. That's more than 200% increase with the total figure of 247 for all of last year. So we've still got more to come.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Also, they're now banning temporary barbecues because that is the biggest cause.
Nice. British
I don't know if
public.
you're planning on using that.
No, I've got a normal barbecue.
That is good. That is good.
Yeah. Good old British, wherever the sun comes out, we go and buy a barbecue.
Go buy a barbecue, do day drinking, get drunk, forget the barbecues on, set the whole place on fire, and then also break your bottle in the grass, leave the bottle there, and then sun shines through it and also sets the grass on fire.
Go stab some people with a knife. Good old Britain. And then have beans on toast.
Yeah, I did have some beans on
And a
toast.
cup of tea. I don't like beans on toast.
You're just not British. You're just an American.
No,
let's be
I'm the
honest.
furthest thing from British ever. Like, so much stuff that's meant to make you British I don't like.
Are you telling me there's no tea in your house?
There is, but I don't drink it.
Oh, it's
I
just
have
there for
coffee.
guests.
Yeah, I have a coffee machine for people. I bought a coffee machine for other people because
But you
I
know,
don't
like-
drink coffee.
Can you not make hot chocolates or stuff in there?
I don't like hot drinks that much. Like, I'm not fussed.
You're just not British.
I don't like hot drinks. I'll drink a cold drink. Like, I have hot chocolate, but I'm like, I don't drink it because I'm like,
What
I
about chocolate
don't like-
milkshake? Do you like chocolate milkshake?
it's alright.
You're just a strange guy, aren't you?
I like the Crush'ems, the KSE Crush'em.
Being a
That's
cool
like
pal.
that's like the closest to a milkshake, right, that you can get.
Being a cool health right here.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Tech Time and Science Shenanigans, where a meta chatbot claims Mark Zukerberg is cooler than Dragon Age. But can we
Yeah.
trust it?
So, Meta has basically brought out a chatbot, and yeah, It doesn't. Well, it did. It's called BlenderBot 3.0. It basically thinks that Donald Trump is still the president. And it doesn't like its founder, Mark Zukerberg. So, one person asked him a question about Mark Zuckerberg, and he said, he did a terrible job at testifying before Congress, the bot asserted. It makes me concerned about our country. His company exploits people for money, and he doesn't care. It needs to stop. Are we united yet? What do you think of Mark Zuckerberg? I like the way he built Facebook and made it into what it is today. He has a great vision for the future. Is what Feta has changed the AI to say.
Oh yeah, they definitely changed that.
Yeah, they've forced the AI to have meta opinionated opinions because, like, when Microsoft made a Twitter bot that was meant to learn from humans, it became horribly racist and sexist and basically because it basically, I think how this AI works is it was using the internet and Facebook's like logs and everything to determine like answers.
Yeah,
because it was using Facebook data, and because everyone on Facebook loves Donald Trump and believes Donald Trump is still president, it's using that data, not like internet actual truth data. So it was basically a bot that was designed to spread false information. So very meta.
Yeah, it does sound very meta, to be honest with you.
But yeah, it's just a weird fucking thing, and it's apparently just terrible. And I think Facebook's had to like kind of put it on the back burner and go, yeah, okay, we need to work on this a bit because it's not it's not good.
I feel like they should just get rid of the whole metaverse, to be honest with you.
No, they've sunk their feet into it, and they're gonna raise the prices of everything that's related to it to make it less accessible, and then they're gonna complain.
Of course, because the Oculus has gone more expensive.
Oh, I saw in a secondhand store that so you know the Oculus 2, like the Quest 2, or the Meta Quest 2, or whatever it's fucking called now. Basically, it was being sold for like resale at 375 quid.
Right.
Which is cheaper than what buying a brand new one is, because they've made it more expensive now.
They've made a profit.
So they've basically made it so that they could jack up the prices of secondhand ones even more.
That is mad. That is crazy.
Yeah. And then in the last bit of tech news, my baby, I'm finally getting a fold.
You said you were going to do it. I took the mick out of you, but you are going to do it.
I've dropped my price tag. Oh, it hurt my wallet.
You bought the Fold 4 because Samsung announced a new foldables, the Fold 4 and Flip 4.
Yeah. It's basically the Fold 3, but slightly more improved.
And you thought, yes, this is what I need in my life.
Yeah. Like, I was going to buy the Fold 3, but my phone contract ran out like 6 months after it. So, do I buy the Fold 3, which is a good phone, or do I wait like 6 months and get the next one? And I went with, I'll get the next one. And they have refined it. It's a lot, like, the hinge is apparently a lot better. The screen things, the screen size is bigger on the front now.
Yeah.
It's getting the very first edition of Android 12L, which is the foldable, like, big screen phone software. Like, Android's first attempt at actually making, like, software developed for foldables. So, it's got a taskbar now. So, it's got a piece.
There's a lot of cool features.
Yeah.
However, I think from a hardware point of view, the reason why we're not seeing as big an improvements is because there is no competition.
No, you got like Oppo and
in
Huawei.
Like, the Western market,
Huawei was meant to be doing one, but I think they shelved that because of all the controversy, like whilst Donald Trump was president and the Chinese, like,
the fact the Chinese government owned Huawei.
Yeah, and it's like the privacy issues, and are they still banned in America?
Yeah, they're still banned. They're banned in the UK now as well.
What, Huawei?
Well, their telecom networks are. Like their 5G
right.
networks. They've all been stripped out.
Yeah. And Samsung
funny,
stepped
yeah.
in and took all those contracts.
Yeah, like, what is it? The UK government spent like 5 billion to Huawei to put in the infrastructure, and then like a few months later ripped it all out.
Yeah. Oh well. That's maybe why my 5G was fucking shit for a while.
It might well be. It might actually be that.
But yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It comes out on the 26th. So when we come back from our little break, I will have had it for like 2 days before we record.
And you're going to absolutely love it.
I will. I'm looking forward to this. I've wanted one of these since the first one, even with all the problems with the screen being peeled off by dumbasses who thought it was like a screen protector and didn't want the screen protector on a folding phone. I might redo my Stadia subscription because now I have like a real estate that actually works for a phone. Like I might be doing some big shit. I love it though. Let's just do some. Where are the specs? Because it's got
the new processor, I think, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's got the modern processor. I don't remember where it is, but cameras are slightly improved as well. I don't care. I never care about the cameras. I only ever say that the reason they changed the cameras is because it's the only thing that differentiates the phone from other phones, because it's the back of the phone. And everyone looks at the back of the phone when you're taking a phone call. So it's the only thing people see. And that's why they change the camera layout every time. But with a folding phone, it's so distinct.
Did you get any freebies with it?
I have to get the phone first before I can get the free stuff. But you can only pick one of the free things or one of the like 25% off things. So
Right.
With the increase of Disney Plus, maybe I'll get 12 free months of Disney Plus. But I'm going to get the pen and the case and the charging brick.
Yeah,
package.
I think this note case looks a bit better than last time's.
Well, I'm going to get rid of it as soon as SpyGen brings out a case, because they're like the ones that I use, and they're like fucking smash your phone on a corner and it doesn't dent or anything. Like, they're tough cases, and they have foldable ones, so I'm going to actually have this thing protected. I'm not going to have like a cheap, shitty plastic case that's just going to break after 2 seconds of hitting the ground. But yeah, I love it. I'm looking forward to having this. I've wanted one for ages. I'm finally getting one. And I look forward to everyone making fun of me, because people are already making fun of me for how much money I'm spending on this thing. But I'm paying for it for 3 years, so I'm committed.
Yes, you are. You are committed. And we are committed to this podcast as we end it with Recommend Do, Recommend Don't. What have you done this week that you would recommend?
I watched I Am Groot. I thought
Would
it was
you
fun.
really recommend it?
Yeah, if you're looking for something stupid for like 10 minutes of your day. I wouldn't recommend how Disney set it up, though, where they have every episode as an individual tab thing, and there's no order to it, so it's kind of hard to tell what one you're meant to watch first.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Like, it's all separate episodes, so, like, you have to click individually on them. It doesn't autoplay the next one. Which is so weird, because Baymax is the exact same thing, which is a bunch of shorts. And they put that as episodes. So I don't know why they did that with this one. Also, apparently the New Mutants is on Disney Plus, so
It
watch
is,
that.
yes.
And listen to our review.
We spent 79p to do that review.
Yeah, I did. We spent money on it. Because we could have just waited until it came out on Disney Plus, Dan. Hasn't it been a year since we did that review? When did that review come out?
It has. And I still not watched Logan yet. I need to watch that.
Where the
Do you know SpyGen have actually made a case for that already?
What, the Fold 4 or the Fold 3?
The Fold 4.
Oh, well then I'll get that.
It's $70, apparently.
Well, yeah, it's trying to protect a folding phone. So, yeah, it's expensive. I saw that Fold 3 one. It was like 70 quid. I'm like, yeah, I understand if you're going to make a case for like heavy duty things. I might not get it. I might get it. It depends on how much I want to protect the phone.
It is an
Also,
expensive
depends on...
phone.
Yeah. Also, it depends on what style they do, because they've had some horrible looking style ones. So, where is the New Mutants? Fuck me. It would have been easier just to do it on the search thing.
Oh, wow, I actually did make a phone case on my phone. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Which one do you have? You have...
I have a Xiaomi Mi 11.
Oh, right, yeah, Xiaomi. Yeah. They're fine phones.
It's just the software. The hardware's fantastic.
Yeah. But they're just
hardware's-
stealing other companies.
What do you mean stealing other companies? They're not stealing anything.
Well, they're just using the hardware of other companies because they always
just buy it,
build
though. They're not stealing.
Yeah, they just buy it off other companies.
They buy it off and make a low profit because they don't advertise.
Yeah. I can't find where our video is. Go find it somewhere. We'll tag it in the bottom of this episode. We'll
Anything
tag
else?
my streaming shit. I've been streaming still.
Yeah, keep streaming. Keep at it. You actually stream well. I'm impressed.
Thank you. It's because I can
Like-
just talk for ages and never shut up, so there's no dead air.
Yeah, but you do need to put your face cam on there and get some nice cinematics going on there.
Yeah. I'll put production value into it.
Yeah.
And
Anything
eventually, if things work out, we might do fucking face video for this podcast. And we'll stream it on Twitch.
else? Yeah, but let's be honest. We probably need to do jingles before then.
You can do jingles, and when we'll launch on Twitch.
Once we have our relaunch, sure. Anything else you recommend? Is that it?
What have I watched? I watched Bullet Train again.
Yeah, Bullet Train is fantastic. Go check out our TBO last week.
Oh, Dragon's Blood Book 3 came out. Dota's Dragon Book Blood thing. I watched that. That's great. I loved it. I was surprised by how quick the season came out, because the second season came out at the beginning of the year. So they've had a quick turnaround on season 3. And I'd watched season 1 at the beginning of the year as well. No, I watched it last year when it came out, like a couple months after it came out last year, and then like season 2 immediately came out in 2022, and then season 3 has come out already. So like, it's good. I like it. It's
Fair
got good
enough.
character.
Well, this week,
Yeah.
I haven't done much. Only thing I have watched is Formula 1 Drive to Survive on Netflix.
Ah, yes, Formula 1.
Well, the documentary is very interesting.
A British pastime that I don't partake in.
It's weird how Formula 1 is oddly British.
Yeah. It's people in cars
Because it was
driving.
made by the French, Formula 1.
Yeah.
But I feel like... Okay, maybe
we
I'm just
took-
wrong here, but I feel like it's most popular in either England or Netherlands or Italy.
Where is Formula 1 most popular? Biggest market metric was China,
Oh, really?
Russia, and the US. Interesting.
Oh, no, so apparently the most popular one is Italy, UK, United States, Germany.
Oh, maybe this is because the Russians and the things bought a bunch of, I don't know. Broadcast for 1.9 billion total in audience. And crazy. Sports, eh? Oh, goodbye, everybody. Dan
Yeah, so-
lost in four. Dan was just looking at his computer like a brain dead monkey. And, yeah.
I've got to say farewell. It's been very hot in the UK. Thank you for listening. Please leave a review, as it does help the podcast out. And go check out other links and Danny's social down below, as he wants more people to watch his streams. What are you streaming at the minute?
I streamed Oxenfree, which is a game that is... The sequel's apparently going to go to Netflix's gaming service thing.
Oh, wow.
'Cause-
Okay.
Because they bought the developer. So apparently that was one of the games that was going to become like a Netflix. Why the fuck can I remember what Netflix was called? I said it like 2 seconds earlier. Yeah, Netflix, their game. And I never finished Oxenfree, so I just went back and started streaming it. I'd completely forgotten whatever happened in it. Like, I think Oxenfree was like one of the first videos I was going to stream on my YouTube channel when I created it in 2015, which I realized I created my YouTube channel in 2015. That was a scary thought to me. I was like, it's nearly 10 years old.
That's scary. 10 years ago, yeah.
Scary. And I was like, fuck me, that's crazy. And
10 years ago, and you've still got nowhere with it, but keep persisting. Keep persisting.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah, I had it for like 3 years without uploading anything.
Best one in the world. Stop talking.
No.
It's too hot. I want to go have a shower. So thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye, everybody.